Hey, Tony Gaston here, popping in for an episode of Talks with Tony. Now, I know I missed a few days, I feel like, but we're going to jump right in. And, hey, this Saturday, I got my oldest son at training right now with my wife. My youngest son got training. After his training, then my youngest son got a football game. My oldest son at training right now. After his training, and he has 2 football games today. So we got 2 trainings and 3 football games total. So I'm just letting you know, I ain't got all the time in the world, but I feel like I got, a little time. So I'm going to try to get in some of these questions, and you'll see them just, going out at different times, Saturday and Sunday, what have you. I don't know if I get to do a Sunday sermon, but I'll try maybe tomorrow. Hey Tony, I've been following you / your videos for about a year now and just want to say thank you for the advice you give. I am writing you today because I feel so confused and would like your truthful advice. I have been with my boyfriend for 2.5 years now, and we just discovered I am pregnant. I never planned to have a child, but know I have made mistakes which obviously led to this. We are 23 and 25, both graduated college, but still discovering our purposes in life. When I told him, he was obviously in shock. We both have discussed about us being pro-life in the past. However, now it seems like he is trying to convince me to terminate the pregnancy. He keeps saying how he is not trying to force me to do this and will accept my choices either way. He says even if I keep it, then he will do whatever he can to support us, such as moving in together, etc. I've told him I would have regrets doing this as I was raised in the church, like him, and could not even consider terminating. He keeps trying to convince me that he knows it's not right, but it seems like the best option since we are still young, which I would like to know, is this a normal response for a man? Or am I coming to realize that he was not 100% about me / us? Thank you for your time. Now, see, listen, I was about to, what popped in my head as soon as I finished, I say, see, this is right here, sister. And listen, I ain't judging you, but the truth is the truth. This is right here, the problem with microwave Christianity, with counterfeit Christianity. This right here is the problem. Because we know God and we know right from wrong, but we do wrong. And then we do wrong, and then we don't want the consequences of doing wrong. And so he know God, he grew up in the church, and he talking about he pro-life, and he get you on your back, unprotected, get you pregnant, and now he wants you to go and terminate. Now, God bless you. I'm not sure where you're at in this right now, because this from November 5th. So God bless you. You could write in and let me know. No, you ain't got to let me know. It's between you and God, because if it went the other way, I don't need to know. God bless you. But you say, or am I coming to realize that he was not 100% about me / us? It'll be the latter. And he said, what I would like to know, is this a normal response for a man? It's a normal response for a man that don't want you. That's what it's a normal response for a man that don't want you. That's what this is a normal response for. And so, yes, am I coming to realize that he was not 100% about me and us? Yes. Because he old as Methuselah. He 25 years old. It's the day boys out here having their first child at 16. 25, yeah, you're a grown man. You ready? You got a college degree and all that. Yeah, you still searching for your purpose, but that ain't no reason to go down there to the clinic, especially when you had your dirty thing out, whipping it out, unprotected, in fornication, and then want to run from the responsibility. Absolutely not, playboy. Learn how to live right and do the right thing. You should have told your woman as a man, hey, we're not going to be sleeping together because that is a sin before God. And then if we finna choose this here sin, we're going to choose the sin on the safer side of the sin and use protection. But you done sat up there and you done slept with the woman. You're sleeping with her unprotected, and then you want to send her down to the clinic. The thing is, you hate her. That's the truth about it. And this the thing. You hate her because what do you think it does to a woman when she lay on her back? She lies on her back and she conceives a child from a man that she loves. And then that man look her in the face and tell her to go down to a clinic and go through something that is going to be one of the most, if not the most traumatizing experience in life. What in the world do you think that is? See now, if a woman chooses that on her own, that's her body. That's her God she dealing with, she talking to. That's her life. That's her choice. That's on her. We don't get to tell nobody what to do with their body, because everybody gonna stand before God, judgment one-on-one. Everybody gonna go through what they got to go through, and if there's repercussions for that, everybody gonna have to feel those repercussions. So listen to me. It should never be a man's place to try to coerce or force a woman or convince a woman to go down there to that clinic, because a man ain't got to sit his butt in there. A man ain't got to have nothing inserted in him. A man ain't got to go through the trauma of having something living and growing inside of you being terminated upon your choice. It's different if it's a miscarriage. So that ain't a man's place to be doing, especially when you lay it down there and put it in them. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So listen to me. If I'm gonna tell you like this right here, and I can say this as a man, If I was in a situation that I got a woman pregnant and I'm a grown man and I'm trying to convince her to go on down there to the clinic, I don't like her. Me and my wife had our son. I was 23 years old. And that was her choice. I ain't trying to convince her to go down there or none of that. So what he trying to do? Let me tell you what old slick sucker here trying to do. I don't like this right here, because you got to be better than that as a man. Your butt too old. You got to be better than that as a man. You 15 years old, 14, I'll let this right here. I'll say, okay, stupid is as stupid does. You're young and dumb and full of. But this right here, you're old as dirt, boy. 25 years old. So now listen, or you're 23, whichever way she put it. She said we are 23 and 25. I assume she'll say her age first, but sometimes people do things differently. Both graduated college, but still discovering our purposes in life. This is what he's trying to do. He trying to do reverse psychology. He trying to do the Jedi mind trick to make you think you going down there to the clinic is your idea. And that is your idea, and that it's a good idea. And that's why he's saying he is not trying to force me to do this and will accept my choices either way. Yeah. He says even if I keep it, then he will do whatever he can to support us, such as moving in together, etc. Now see, listen, this is the downside about this right here. But see, listen, this is the repercussion of your sin. You know God, you know better, but you're in fornication. So let me tell you what the repercussions of this is. That's why God tried to tell us to do this the right way. And I honestly believe a lot of days I'd be like, man, I feel like because me and my wife knew better and we knew we shouldn't have been in fornication, I believe that's why my son suffered the way he did. My first child was in the intensive care unit for 3 months. He was born, I think, 2.5 months early. 10 weeks early, and had to go to the intent. They said his lungs wasn't fully developed. They said his brain wasn't fully developed. The lady gave my wife a pamphlet, told her my son will never be able to play sports or anything like that. My wife looked at the pamphlet, told the lady, keep the pamphlet. That's not my child, and he does not have that issue. Thank you. And she was like, it was a African lady, doctor, and so the accent was there. So when English is not your first language, it's hard to say stuff softly or nicely. It just kind of like direct. It'd be real direct. I remember I had a roommate from South Korea, and he was leaving. He said, Tony, do not touch my noodles. I was like, well, hold on. Hey, hold on, Playboy. What's going on? But if English was his first language, he was like, hey, AT, man, I only got like a couple more noodles left, so please, bro, please say those for me now. Come on now. He could have said it like that, but being in English in his first language, he didn't have all the extra words. He just looked at me like, Rambo, Tony, do not touch my noodle. Why eat all the noodles? Trying me like that. And so that's what happened. That's what happened with my wife. She went in there, and the lady told her that. That was traumatizing. My son was in that intensive care unit for 3 months. Now listen to me. I honestly believe in my heart and my spirit that my son suffered because he was conceived in sin, and because we knew better. See, everybody don't go through the same thing. Everybody, my wife was telling me the other day, because I was on the edge. I was getting ready now out here in these streets with this street justice. I was on the edge the other day. And this after just beating the test of the man who stole my stuff out my car and almost lost his life. Now I get another test. A man was trying to lose his life. Whoo, Lord. And my wife, she said to me, she said, Tony, ain't nothing you could do wrong that you gonna get away with. She said, I remember the first time I'm in high school, the whole school sneaking into the club, going to the club on the weekend and getting in. She said, the first time me and my friend, who both of us, good grades, good kids, Christian kids, know better. First time we decide to sneak to the club, her sister's car get broke into, all our purses get stolen. We got to call the police, file a report, and now our parents know that we were trying to sneak into the club, that we snuck to the club. And I say, that's exactly how it happened. The first time I decided to steal from a store, I got arrested. I watched my friend steal, ain't nothing happened. I go in Dillard's, try to steal me a Tommy Hilfiger, because he ain't like us anyway, so I say, I ain't finna pay for you, boy. I'm finna steal from you, Tommy. Tried to steal me a Tommy Hilfiger, got arrested outside the mall, take down to the jail cell. In the next city over, had a good long ride. And that's when I learned I was Tekashi 6ix9ine too, because I snitched on my homeboy. It's quick. The police had my arm hemmed up like that. I said, I wasn't the only one. He said, huh? I said, I wasn't the only one. Snitch quick. I said, boy, listen, man, ain't built for these streets. Boy, I been there singing like a canary. Yeah, he was out there. He was out there. He was out there. I'm like, listen, I ain't gonna take pride because it was your idea to steal. You 2 years older than me. You led me in here. You finna get some of this here smoke. I'm not finna take this here charge. Be on my record. And this was your idea, and you 2 years older than me. I'm following your lead. And you finna go down too. So, my mom and they came and got me out, and they said, listen, we'll handle this at home. They gave them an option that you handle it at home or what. His parents let him go to boot camp. Boot camp was 10 days. He whooped him behind in there. And, he never learned the lesson, though. His life still continued to go down that path. And I'm praying for him. Lord, bless him. Heal him. Heal him, Lord. Bless him. But our life totally different places right now, man. It's sad to see, though. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. It make me think. And so listen. Now listen. Now here go my son. That my wife, she could have terminated that. She could have went to the clinic. And now my son, 14 years old, his principal just called me and my wife yesterday and told us, I've interviewed, because they have a leadership council, then the principal, they got to do an interview with the principal. He said, I've interviewed 800 to 1,000 students between the grades of 8th through 11th grade. And he said, your son is top 5. Regardless of grade, he's top 5. He said, I just never seen anything like it. He said, when he left out of that interview, me and the other principal, we looked at ourselves and we just shook our head like, what did we just witness? I said, wow. I said, wow. I said, wow. You see, so this is the thing. Even though my son was conceived in sin, when he was born, we was married. We got married before he was born. But I wanted him. My wife wanted him. Your repercussion is this man don't want that. So he's going to have resentment in his heart. Unless you praying over him and you got the whole prayer team praying over him every single day, He's going to have resentment in his heart for the child. Now, looking at the child and holding the child could change that. If he has a good man inside of him, that'll change that. But if not, you could go through a whole lot. And in that postpartum depression, it gets real. And if he resents you for keeping his child, it's going to get real. And so here's the thing. If he's taking out his embarrassment because he's embarrassed by his friends and family because he's well-to-do and now he has a child out of wedlock and he was raised in the church, if he's taking that out on you verbally, emotionally, physically, you got to cut all ties, move on with your life, and you got to be okay being a single mother. You got to be okay being a single mother. Give him your butt to kiss and go on about your business so that he know you're not with the foolery, that you're not with it, and that you got to go on about your business, and that he could learn how to be a healthy co-parent since he didn't want the child anyways. Now, if you've taken the other route and you went down there to the clinic, God bless you. Pray, get therapy, heal. God even might call you to start a foundation to help women who don't want to go to the clinic, but they don't have any support. And you raise money and you get grants to help them to, have support for their pregnancy. And you be the opposite of what Planned Parenthood, that's the clinic I know of that people go to. You be the opposite of that and you help them through this right here. When you got the finances and the building where they could come and they could get all the lessons. My wife, she the best mom in the world that I've ever seen or ever heard of. But you know why? She got the knowledge. Like when she was pregnant, she read every single book. That book that's like 400, 600 pages. It's like Expecting a Baby, whatever. It's like pink and blue and it's like written with doctors and stuff. She read that whole thing. My wife knew everything. My son was sleeping through the night at 4 months. Sleeping through the night. Neither one of my sons have ever slept in our bed or ever slept in our room. And I know so many people that they child sleep in the bed with them, sleep in their room with them. You know why? They didn't get the knowledge of development. They didn't get the knowledge about how to develop a child. They child, all kind of colic, can't sleep through the night. It's so much stuff that just knowledge, just reading to learn from doctors about the human experience and what a baby needs to develop makes a world of a difference. There are foundations for that. I'm sure it might not be in your city. You might be the one to start it. You see what I mean? So listen to me now. Listen to me. Yeah. Your man is a grown boy. He's a grown boy. He childish and he petty. And he need to be slapped with a backhand. He need him a backhand. Not literally by you, but I'm just saying. If we had us a backhand line, he need to get in it. Just get in the line. Or what you did? Oh, you want to go to the clinic? And if I ever become president, I'm starting me a backhand line. You got to go to the backhand line. My hand hurt just from slapping my other hand. You see what that'll do? But that's what he need, because that right there, that's childish, man. Come on. You're grown, but you grown enough to get it up and to lay down there with her. If you're grown enough to do that, then you need to be grown enough to raise a child. If you ain't ready to raise a child, then you should not be doing what it takes to conceive a child. That right there got to be on a billboard. Wait till I get me some money. When I get me some money, that's going to be on a billboard in every city I could afford to put it in. You hear me? If you are not ready to raise a child, you should not be doing what it takes to conceive a child. You hear me? These billboard, what they want, $600 a month, I might put it up somewhere. Because that right there, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And this the thing. Now, this person don't have no picture, so I don't know what race or demographic this here coming from. But this the thing. It's a lot of minorities that be down in that clinic. And that's why they have them clinics right there for you. Because that's who they want. That's who they want. They want the minorities that is seen as degenerates to stop reproducing. Because it's more tax dollars that's going to WIC and to welfare and to food stamps. And it's more of the population of people with pigmentation that's growing up and then taking them marrying them someone with less pigmentation So the people who want their particular race to remain what they call pure, they keep seeing all of these people, celebrities and stars and influencers who are mixed from different cultures, and they like, we losing the purity. We need more of these clinics. We need more of these clinics. Let's keep. You see what I'm saying? So you got to realize and understand now. You got to realize and understand. And my wife, she had my son. She was probably a sophomore or a junior. I can't remember. I got to ask her. But she still had to finish her degree. You in a better place than my wife was when she had our first son. So this is the thing right here. I'm not condoning children out of wedlock. But I also definitely am not condoning escaping the consequences of the choices that you made to lie down to conceive. That right there, no. You make your bed, you got to lay in it. And from that situation, what the devil meant for evil, to ruin your life, to destroy your relationship, whatever, God could turn it into good. But if you made a decision, you got to live with that decision now. That's the problem, because we bring more calamity and curses on our life. We bring more damnation on our life when we go out and willingly sin, and then we try to avert the process of the consequences that come with that. And the sad part about it is that a child has to be seen as a consequence. See, a child should be a blessing, a reward, not a consequence. And that's why it's so important to save yourself until marriage. Even if you done slept around and you done been with 50 different people, it ain't never too late to become a born-again virgin and to save yourself until marriage. So that when you conceive again, even if you done already conceived 10 times, when you conceive again, it is inside of marriage. And that child can be a blessing and a reward, not you feeling like it's a curse and a consequence. You see what I'm saying? Come on now, we got to get this thing together now. Hey, this is Tony Gaston. God bless you. We'll talk soon.